Hey guys, if you want to see this deck list, go ahead and stay tuned to the end of the video. We are playing some janky Jeskai today, loosely based around the Cori-Steel Cutter artifact card. It is, of course, it's Jeskai, so it is blue, white, red, and this is a pretty decent opening hand. We're going to keep 7. This is my first standard ranked game using this deck. Biggie Venom just mole again, so I think that is a good sign for us, maybe. Let's see. We're going to lay our Temple of Enlightenment so we can scry 1. We like that Obliterating Bolt. We're going to leave that there. Second turn, we're dropping our red source and leaving everything untapped to flash in Fairy Mastermind. They played a tap land. They are playing black-white. They have a man land. Whenever a creature you control enters, gain 1. So we're going to see what the bat things that make them gain life, I guess. Nothing really exciting this turn. We're going to flash in the Mastermind. We're not going to have a cast this turn because we're not casting our Flamehold Grappler just yet. We're going to swing in for 2 and say go in turn. But Flamehold Grappler lets me copy the next spell that I cast when I cast it, and I may choose new targets for the copy. So we usually will want to cast Flamehold on a turn 3 drop or a turn 4. We might draw an Ethereal Armor, which would be pretty good here, but no guarantees. Yep, so bats that make me lose life. Perfect. Should we Obliterating Bolt here? I feel like the answer is yes. This person can't block. I think I will swing in for 2 and draw a card on his turn. Using this ability, I'll draw a card and then I will draw a second card because he's going to draw his second card for the turn. We'll see how that works out for us. Does he have a third color? Nope, just black, white, vampire bats. Oh man. With an Overlord thrown in there, he's doing it for the impending cost, so he's going to get 2/2/1 moth insects creatures. White insect creatures. They're not moths. Oh, and gain 4 life. Seems really good for you. So I guess I'm glad I saved my Obliterating Bolt here. I still will draw a card. He's making me lose 4 life as well. I'm going to draw a card at the end of his turn. Swinging in for 2. I'll be down to 12. Oh, he doesn't swing in. Let me go ahead and draw. I don't know why he didn't swing in. That's pretty dumb of him. Ooh, okay, so we're going to start gaining life. Let's see here. Here's our Cori-Steel Cutter. But I think we have to Obliterating... Do we have to Obliterating Bolt here? Maybe not. Let's get our Cori-Steel Cutter on the field. Let's drop a mountain. Drop Cori-Steel Cutter. And then drop Authority of the Consoles. Yeah, we'll attach Cori-Steel Cutter there. We're going to Obliterating Bolts. Nothing yet. Swing in for 2 and he'll take it. I think Fairy Mastermind has served their purpose. They're going to be used for a blocker. We're done losing life. Since we have to cast this on sorcery speed. Ooh, I should have cast that before I attacked. I don't know. He might have been more prone to block. No, I definitely should have done that before I attacked. So he would have been at 19. Okay. Oh, another one that makes me lose life whenever a creature dies. Yep. And then, of course. So not the bats per se, I guess, but just kind of making creatures die and leave the battlefield. Do I want to take 4? I do. Because I gained 2 life here. Whenever he mobilizes, I'll be gaining 3 life. And taking 3 life, so the mobilize doesn't matter. I'll be taking 2, 4, 5 damage a turn at this point. I didn't draw anything to cast. That's not good. Let me scry. Ooh, that's actually okay, I guess. Let's not attack and say go. And we're going to draw cards at the end of his turn again. We might block with the Fairy Mastermind and draw cards. Yeah, we're going to block a moth, or an insect, I guess. And one of his mobilized creatures, he's going to activate his manland here. He doesn't have much else to do. When you attack this turn, create 2. Oh. Okay. So every time a creature dies, I'm also going to lose 1 life, and he's going to gain 1 life. I'm about to gain 5 life right here. But I think because they enter tapped and attacking, because they're already attacking, they're all attacking. So I have to take the 5. So I'm going to be right back down to 14 after I take all that. I will be down to 14. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Well, maybe I did. Should I do this now? Yeah, I think I will. When I go to blocks, I'm going to cast this on the Fairy Mastermind and be able to kill the Delcovian Pack Beasts. Because anything else, if I block in the air, yeah, let's do this. So, pass to blockers. We will block. It says prowess. I like that draw mechanism, though. Yeah, I'm going to block here. And then 1 blocker. I have to cast the monstrous here. I'm going to take 9 and be down to 8. But and the 1 creature dies. Oh no. I'm about to go down to so many. I have to get that Vengeful Blood Witch off the field next turn. Down to 2. He might be able to finish me off here. Let's see what he drops. I will be able to ossify both the Overlord and the Vengeful Blood Witch. He's going to bring something back from the graveyard, maybe? No. I don't know why he's looking in his graveyard. Let's see. I have enough mana to do what I want. So let's do this blue because we can drop the Storm Chaser's talent. But first, Flamehold Grappler. I choose you. And then I'm going to ossify... I thought this thing would have 1. I thought it would be a creature this turn. I just realized it's not. So I will ossify some other things, I guess. Yeah, sure. Take action. So I'm going to target another basic land. This one. Alright, and then ossify the Blood Witch. And then ossify one of the insects. Okay, now we can cast a Storm Chaser's Prowess will trigger for our little monkey boys and give us a blocker next turn for this. What does this land do? Fuck. I'm dead next turn, huh? Well, just in case he doesn't attack with his land, I guess I'll do this. Or he might drop a creature, which would let me live a turn before he attacks. Let's see if he does that. Nope, he is a smart man. Because on attack, I am dead. Darn. Alright, well, stupid. Let's see what the next game brings. Well, pretty interesting first game. Not sure if it was good or not, but we'll see if we can get a win out of the second try here. This is our second game in ranked with this Jeskai Janky deck. We are good to go, it looks like. That is actually a pretty good setup. We have the entity tracker to let us draw cards when we play enchantments and a bunch of enchantments in our hand, and the roadblock of authority for our opponents. I think they go first is what I saw. Oh, I go first. Yay. Okay. So this might be a good game for us. We might get a win out of this. Things are shaping up. If we were a storm chaser, there'd be a tornado on the horizon. Look at this scorpion. Oh, okay. So it's, yeah. This is perfect for us because it is white weenie, more than likely. I do want to drop my blue here, right? To get storm chasers out, or do I just do the Epiphany to scry? I think the Epiphany to scry, because at most I'm taking 1 damage next turn. Do we need this land? This land is your land, and I'm going to let you keep it, deck. And not casting my ethereal armor on anything. Let's see their second turn. So the Leonin can get out of hand, but only if there are 3 creatures on the board. I've seen this thing get pretty big when they enchant it, and it gets a 1/1 counter. It looks like they're playing basic cat deck. Probably, ooh, is he missing a land drop here? Uh-oh. It's not good for him. So in that case, I'll drop this. I want to still wait because I'm going to play Entity Tracker on the flash when he attacks, and hopefully be able to kill that Leonin Vanguard before something crazy starts happening, like he drops a Johnny's Pridemate or a second Leonin Vanguard. He didn't have a land drop again, so that's not good for him. I do want to block the Leonin here because although it's a 2/2 and a 2/1, the 2/2 is gaining him life. He might actually quit here, getting that flash creature on the field. He doesn't, so let's keep going. We're going to play Storm Chaser's Talent and draw a card. And get a little 1/1 Otter with Prowess. The card is a land. So we'll save our Entity Tracker, the second one, to flash in on blocks again next turn. And I suspect if our opponent doesn't drop a land right here, he's just going to quit. Dropping a Savannah Lions, I'm going to gain a life. He's going to get a 2/2 to be able to attack. I don't think he's going to swing in this time because he learned his lesson. Oh, he does. Okay, well, now he'll quit maybe. But I will block the Leonin with my flash creature. Go to my turn, drop a land, play the Flamehold, and then play the Ethereal Armor on, I think, the Otter, because it's the weakest. We're going to make him kind of even out with the Entity Trackers, and then put the other Ethereal Armor on our first striker. Be able to draw 2 cards because we're playing 2 enchantments. I'm sorry, 4 cards because we're playing 2 enchantments. Seems pretty good for us, and we're swinging in for a bunch of damage here. He's going to block the 6, take 4. He will be at 17, and he will quit. Okay. The deck worked out a little bit better there, but our opponent did not draw a single land on his white weenie deck, so maybe that was not a good indicator of how good the deck is. Let's see what game 3 brings. We had a long game 1. We had a short game 2. Let's see what game 3 brings. Jeskai Jank against Jared Parker, 77. We have all 3 of our lands represented in our opening hand. We have the Flameholds and a couple of enchantments with the Entity Tracker. We're going to try it. Play Storm Chaser's first turn. If he doesn't play anything, oh no, it's a discard. I hate playing discard. We're going to drop the Flamehold because he is the least important one at this point. Play the Storm Chasers, get us a little Otter. Maybe he'll spend his next turn trying to kill the Otter. We'll be able to flash in the entity tracker and hopefully be able to draw cards off of playing enchantments. Ossify is our only enchantment here. He's going to make us discard a card, and it's going to be a mountain. And then he's going to say go. Oh, no. So there goes our ossification. We did draw an obliterating bolt, so let's play a mountain here. Swing in for 1, and let him take his turn to make us discard another card. He might play a creature here. Hopefully he does, so we don't have to discard anything else. Oh, no. I guess technically, yes, he does play a creature. He's going to take the obliterating bolt. No? Well, that's not good for you, because now I can do this. Get my little otter up to a 2/2 and deal 2 damage instead of 1. And you have to waste a turn making me discard something again, sir. Shieldred? Nope, the thing that makes me discard. Non-land card unless discard 2 cards. I'm not discarding a non-land card, so we're going to discard our 2 mountains. Okay, and then I'm losing 2 life, and I'm at 20, so that's okay. Ooh, ethereal armor. I'm not sure what to do here. I think drawing is more important, but he's going to kill our creature either way. So either he kills the creature next turn, or right now. I didn't think about that. Okay, he didn't. Or he has to deal with a large creature incoming every turn. So it's either kill the creature or make me discard. Which is it? It's probably going to flash us back from the graveyard. Because he also doesn't want me drawing. Yeah, that makes sense. And he gets to draw a card off of that, and he's only taking 3 damage next turn. Do I have anything in my graveyard to bring back? I do, so I'll drop this land. Let's see. Swing in for 3, take him to 10. Return a instant or sorcery card from my graveyard to my hand. It's going to be the obliterating bolt. So now if he plays a creature, nope, Liliana. What are you going to make me do? Discard a card or sack a creature? Yep, smart move. And he's going to make us discard as well. Well, I do believe I'm going to decline. Haha, and then he makes me discard 2. I do believe that would be game. Yep, I think he has us. This deck doesn't really stand against a discard deck very well, and I think Wizards knows that, so they're trying to keep me at the 50% win rate, which long first game, short second game, and then a long drawn-out lose here is what they're trying to get me to stick around for. We're not going to do it. We're going to draw a land on our next draw. We're going to play it and probably concede. Yeah, in classic Wizards fashion. It's just so funny how predictable Wizards is with this MTG arena and the way that they dish out wins and losses. I just wish I could play some real Magic the Gathering. Anyways, I hope you did like those games. I'm going to work on the Janky Jeskai. Maybe you'll see some more videos for it. But if you have an idea or suggestion on how to update or change this deck, let me know in the comments. Also, if you want to see the current deck list, stick around. It's coming next. Thanks for watching. If you've stuck around this long, thank you. Here's the current deck list, loosely based around the Cori-Steel Cutter artifact equipment for this janky Jeskai you just watched. Whenever I cast my second spell each turn, I get to create a 1/1 monk with prowess. And then I get to attach this equipment to it. So I get to trigger that multiple times in a game, hopefully. We didn't really get to see that in the games, except for the second game, I think, maybe. But in addition, running alongside the Cori-Steel Cutter are a bunch of enchantments with the entity tracker that lets us draw cards. We saw the Fairy Mastermind put in some work by drawing cards in the game. I don't think ultimately it worked out for us. But in the long run, all we do is cast these enchantments, which take care of creatures early game. Hopefully drawing cards with our entity tracker. cinching the win with Storm Chaser's talent and Ethereal armor, along with our other creatures, which we will cover here in a second. The Storm Chaser's talent creates a creature for us, and then the authority of the consoles slows down our opponent. Creature based, we have the Sun based healer. This guy's a 3/1 with lifelink, so he gains me life in a short term. If I'm able to kick him, I can return a non-land permanent card with mana value 2 or less to the battlefield from my graveyard. So I can hit Fairy, Mastermind, Ethereal Armor, Authority, Storm Chasers, all of these. Next up is Fairy Mastermind as a creature. Flash Flying, you saw him come in. Whenever I pay for, each player draws a card. And if it's the second card that my opponent has drawn, I get to draw a card as well. So I usually only draw cards on their turn with that Mastermind. The Entity Tracker, he's also Flash because I just like the element of surprise with this Jeskai deck. And also whenever I cast an enchantment or fully unlock a room. I haven't added rooms or thought about adding rooms. Maybe that would be good to add. But whenever I do those things, I get to draw cards. So quintessential in a deck, I get to draw a bunch of cards with them. Flamehold Grappler. When this creature enters, I get to copy the next spell I cast, no matter what that spell is. It is amazing. I love it. I want more of it. We didn't really get to see much of it in our games here, though. The only instant and sorceries in the deck that will trigger prowess are the Obliterating Bolt and the Monstrous Rage. Actually, hold on, prowess? No. So all the enchantments also trigger prowess as well. But the only instant and sorcery spells we have in our deck are the Obliterating Bolt, which deals 4 damage and exiles a creature or planeswalker. And then Monstrous Rage, which, if you haven't seen it yet, it gives +2/+0 and creates a monster roll attached to a monster enchantment roll attached to a creature that we target. Alright. If you have any suggestions for this deck list, I am all ears and I would love to hear them. If you hate the deck, also let me know that. Thanks for watching, guys.